Why, hello everyone. What's up? It's GleeCon and I'm back again. Thank you so much for joining me, for clicking on this old show. I hope you like it. If you do all those appropriate things that people like me beg for. So this is a show where we try to cover everything in the world of Warcraft greater universe. So whether that's books, both fiction and I guess non-fiction, narrative or whatever, versus just weird stuff. Dungeons and Dragons books, the Chronicles, strict lore entries, canon and non-canon. We play through every game, beginning with Warcraft Orcs and Humans. We're now deep into a World of Warcraft classic completionist playthrough. The past couple episodes, few episodes, we've been working through Stranglethorn Vale as an Alliance character, and we're getting very close to wrapping it up. This might be the end of the journey for our Alliance run through Stranglethorn. So stay a while and listen as we take Glee Contessa. She is a Retribution Paladin, and we should be able to get it done. Now there's a little bit of travel that's going to be before us here. I don't remember why I kept myself in Booty Bay. I think I just said screw it. All right, so we have to entice Negalash. Now that's going to require us to get some buzzard wings. I think you need a total of 4 or 5 buzzard wings if you look at 10 buzzard wings, and 5 bottles of Jungle Vine wine. So the Jungle Vine wine can be bought right here in the port. So that's sort of the finale mission. We're not going to do that this second, but it's something that we have to keep in our mind. But if you go talk to the food and drink, this guy right here, you can buy that Jungle Vine wine, and we need 5 Jungle Vine wine. So it's going to cost 15 silver for that portion, plus however much it's going to cost us to buy 10 buzzard wings. The downside about this is we have to really promote our need for Negalash. So we do have to get the Elder Crocolisk skin from the coast here, and we have to get Maury's key, which is fighting elite. So this is both elite fighting, and that is elite fighting. Outside of that, we still need 23 pieces of mithril. So we're still waiting on the mithril to finish our blacksmithing quest. And then that will send us into Tanaris. We actually still have a run where we need to go to Tanaris. Magical analysis, we need to go to that guy up there, Ansirem or whatever, up in the coast. And we still haven't wrapped up the Stranglethorn yet. The pages, we still have 2 pages, 21 and 24 to find. And Cortello's Riddle, which is up in Hinterlands. So that shows you a few of the things we have to do. We're going to start by hearthing, and we're going to work our way over this way. Well, do I want to hearth? Because if I take the boat over, because the Cortello's Riddle, that's part of it. And then we could just hunt for buzzards if we want while we're here. But then we'll have to spend some time hunting. And yeah, and before we go to do that, I want to be ready to talk to the blacksmith. So I'm going to get whatever mithril we can and then see how much a 20 stack or so will cost us. Maybe we'll do a run through the hinterlands when we're up there. Just checking it out. So let's see how much these buzzard wings cost. Let's start there. So I can already cook barbecued buzzard wing. Let's just see if we have buzzard wings for sale and how much they cost. If it's ridiculous inflation, then I'm going to say screw it. All right, so they're 15 silver each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's not even 10. So either way, I'm hunting this down. 100 gold? That's so dumb. You can easily get them from that one quest. So people that would pay 20 or 100 gold for that, that's a jip. Just for fun, so we're going to hunt our buzzard wings down. So just for fun, let's see how much mithril, a mithril bar. Oh, that's thorium. No, that's true silver. Yeah, just how much is a mithril? Let's see how much mithril ore is in its raw state. Okay, so 20 of that would cost us 8 gold. What about a mithril bar? That would cost us 11 gold, so it's actually cheaper to go for the ore. So just keeping that in mind too. I don't know that I'm ready to go there yet. I'm going to hope that we can find a little better... Just find some of our own. So we're going to get on the flight path right now and do our flight first up here to South Shore. Because we have to... There's a few quest lines, and while we're flying, we'll kind of recap what we've done, and see where we're at today. We do have the Spirit of Zandalar buff we got last time. Negalash we're most likely going to need help with. Guess we could try to kite him, but kiting is not my character's specialty. So we have a little bit of time now. I think there are mods that will tell you like how much each flight takes. It would be a simple mod, I would imagine, because there's a very... Oh, what's this? Oh, it must be Dark... what's it called? Darkmoon Fair. Yeah. I did notice there was something else. That applies for Netherguard. There was another quest somewhere that had popped up, and I was like, oh, that's random. In one of these zones that I had already done, and I'm like, oh, why is that? I think this is on one of my other accounts, but... Up there. It was... This we still have to do. Oh, you know, one thing I forgot to do myself, which I got to make sure we don't forget to do it. You need to get the... There's like a hammer you can get when you're fighting the top of the Altar of Zul. Which on my other accounts I fully did the Altar of Zul already. And I didn't get this dumb hammer. So we have to make sure... I still have to look into researching that. But... I'm getting close to wanting to do Zul'Farrak, and I was like, oh yeah, you don't... I'm pretty sure you need some kind of hammer. That's funny, those little Expedition Ironforge people. It's like, I'm pretty sure you need some kind of hammer if you want to get the whole boss, but maybe you need to be on the Gazrilla quest or something. If you look up here, there's a quest called Gazrilla. And to get Gazrilla, I'm pretty sure you need that hammer. And to get the hammer, I'm pretty sure you need to have it from the top of Hinterlands out here. So I just have to see, is there any prerequisite? Do you have to be on the Gazrilla quest to get that? Or either way, both my characters, I've got to take them back in there and go for the hammer. But I'm pretty sure you can solo it. Everything I read online seems to indicate that you can. I definitely could solo the mobs. It's just a matter of getting there. On my druid, I definitely could stealth up there, but my mage, I don't know. We'll see. But he could still just suicide run up there if he really had to. All right, so when we look at our sheet here, we can kind of look at the story of Stranglethorn and what we've done so far. So Stranglethorn Vale... Welcome to the Jungle is just an introduction when you walk up on Nesting Mary's camp. We did it. Supply and demand, I believe, comes from the camp, and it's really, or from Booty Bay, and it's a way to get you to go north. It's also the start of a kind of miniature version of the Nesting Mary quests. So that's where you get sent to go get some river crocolisks, I think, some of their skin. About that same time, you can also get Panther Mastery and Tiger Mastery, just kill counts for the lowest level of those respective creatures. Investigate the camp as a breadcrumb from Booty Bay. So in the beginning, they want you to start out here helping the Nesting Mary area and doing things like that with supply and demand. Supplies to Private Thorson is also a breadcrumb, but it's a breadcrumb to the Alliance base at the tip top, which is all centered around the camp up here. That is Curzon's compound. So it's all centered around the storyline of who the heck is Curzon and what's he doing. So then you can fold that into Panther Mastery 2. And Jungle Secrets and the Second Rebellion, those are both the beginnings of the Curzon camp killing. So you're going to be killing, getting some medicine bags and killing some of the whatever soldiers there are. You also can get Raptor Mastery. It's just one tick harder than the other two in the beginning. But they want you to start killing that. Bad Medicine is also tied into that. I don't remember what the Second Rebellion is versus Jungle Secrets. versus Bad Medicine, but they're all... Oh, Jungle Secrets might have you going up and getting this book in the top of one of the towers. I'm not sure, but they're all right there in the outer camp part. That's a horde. We haven't done it yet. So then Tiger Mastery already gets to level 3 very quickly. At the same time, you get Singing Blue Shards. So right along this side, there's a series of caves. And the Venture Coast, starting at this edge of Lake Nazfridi and on down, they're getting these blue shards. I guess they're popular to this region. Don't talk a lot about what they're for. But that is what the Venture Co. is really all about. It's really, I guess, more starting here, you get some, and then these caves. And I think that batch sends you up there. Bookie Herod is, I think that's the one where you're finding information. That starts to send you into the camp by Curzon's compound. Okay, then you'll start, we start merging, we're getting closer and closer to the middle. As you work your way down, the zone gets more and more difficult. And in the middle, as you start to get around here, now they want us to start killing trolls, taking the next level of raptors. Hostile Takeover, I believe, is just getting more crystals, maybe from somewhere around here. It's one of these. And Some Assembly Required is the next tier of Crocolis, which wants us to come into the lake right here. So we did all that. And then Tiger Mastery rank 4. So now Tiger is the ultimate finale somewhere around here. You kill the lead Tiger. The Hidden Key, now that sends you into the camp deeper. The Spy Revealed is picked up right there. Oh, you know what? I remember what. Jungle Secrets. I think that's the little breadcrumb. The little hidden message where a guy's been trying to infiltrate the compound. So it's just more of the story. Patrol schedules, report to Doran, or maybe that's the Spy Revealed. Yeah, so either way, a guy has been trying to get into the camp, and there's a spy in the actual rebel camp, so you're taking that part of the storyline down. We're skipping the horde. Kazak's Cookery is the reverse. It's a breadcrumb from here to Booty Bay, if you haven't made that journey. And when you get there, he wants you to do a favor. I don't remember what it is. You got to kill something. And then there's also the Haunted Isle questline. This is a weird, rare, alliance-only story that starts in Booty Bay. It's weird because you get it from Baron Revelgaz, and yet for some reason this is something that you can only pursue as an alliance character. So it turns out that this island right here is thought of as haunted, so he wants you to go check it out. After you check it out, he says, we need to find out about the Stone of the Tides, and where is it? I don't know, but there are books in Stormwind about it. So you get a book and you read that the maybe the trolls have some information about it. I can't remember exactly what it is, but I feel like maybe there's some troll killing involved. Then you tell him again, and he says, oh, well, there's a lot of weird water elementals on the island. Go kill them. So we have now landed in South Shore. So we're not, that was just the closest we could fly. Continue our recap. We'll have further flying, but we'll pick up on this Stone of the Tides next time. Not next time, but as we continue to run. So we need to go over onto the Alterac side, right to the edge of Dalaran. There's an NPC that's an alliance-only interactable NPC right on the outskirts of Dalaran. And we're going to go talk with that person and turn in this quest, which is called Magical Analysis. And it's part of this Throne of the Tides quest that we're on. We might as well, I guess we'll talk about it as we run. So he tells you to go kill the water elementals to collect their parts, because we want to analyze why are these water elementals there. And now we've done that, and then he says, well, now we're going to go talk to some people that might know about this. The Wizards of Dalaran are the best wizards we know. So go, and they're kind of neutral. So go, they did used to be part of the Alliance. I guess they... I was looking at the person's name. It is Identa's Cow. As a Tauren druid. Kind of funny. Alright, yeah, so they were part of the Lord's Alliance. They were one of, I think it is the 7 factions when we read about at the time of Warcraft 2, and you read about it in Christy Golden's book when she really gets into Arthas, the book Arthas. Okay, here's Archmage Ansirem Runeweaver. Also, I want to look up that Ansirem thing. We talked about that.
Need help?
You wouldn't mind if I'm rather busy right now.
The Stone of the Tides? Most interesting. It might surprise you to know that I wrote a tome several years ago pertaining to the legends of the Gurubashi Empire. I do know quite a bit about the stone. At least one of these bracers appears to have some magical residue I can analyze. Let's see what I can see.
All right, so this is a member of the Kirin Tour. So let's go back into our quest walkthrough. Magical analysis is now wrapped.
The mage that is in possession of the stone is amplifying its power through some focal point, an altar of some sort. You should be able to disrupt it by overpowering it. As it happens, I know just the thing. An ancient dagger, another troll relic. There's just one little problem. You see, I found the dagger while researching in Stranglethorn, but I gave it to my willful daughter, Catelyn, who ran off to Booty Bay to become a pirate.
So he wants us to go back to Booty Bay. Now, after he does his magic on the bracer, it says, how interesting. The stone possesses great magical potential, but in a purely raw form. Interesting. That is interesting, because it means that most likely it's not coming from like a mage. All right, so the next quest in the order is, we just completed magical analysis, is Ansirem's key. And he wants us to go back to Booty Bay and talk to Catelyn. Cool, we can do that. While we're here, let's see. We need to get to this flight path, Airy Peak. But I wonder, you know what? Maybe it's going to be worthwhile for us to take a little march around through here and go get that flight path up in the Western Plaguelands, because I don't think I have it yet. And it might behoove us to have it later on. In addition, maybe as we walk near these mountains, we'll find some mithril. We are on the hunt for 23 mithril. I want to get that before we leave. I'd like to probably finish Stranglethorn's episode today. So let's do it if we can. There's a chance it might get slowed down. I'd like to take a little intermission on the talks that we've been having so far to update. If you didn't watch one of the shorty episodes, I've been doing the short lore episodes all week this week. I'm going to have a couple month period. It's really going to be to not until late March. That's iron. I don't need iron, dang it. That my life gets a little bit less busy. My goal is to try over the next 2 months to do at least 3 of these long plays a week. That's the goal. It might not happen. For instance, this week it's not going to happen because Friday I ended up having to work extra too. It's a really busy time of it basically will not stop. Usually the first half of every calendar year is ridiculously busy for me. And this is in many ways, the busiest stretch. There's just a lot going on, and because of that, I'll be burning the candle at both ends if I work 12 plus hour days every day of the week, or at least Monday through Thursday every week, and then come home and try and make 1.5 2 hour videos, and try to stay on top of the legwork that goes into setting up the show in the background and doing the spreadsheets. It's going to be really hard. So I don't want to neglect the show. So I'm going to just work on more of our non-canon lore, because those are shorter, quicker. Yeah, it looks like I'm finding a lot of iron, so that's unfortunate. I was hoping I'd get some mithril, but I guess Alterac Mountains is not leveled up high enough for mithril. But maybe I'll catch a couple on the edge as we get by Western Plaguelands. Yeah, so it's fine because it will give me a chance to get caught back up, because I've been plowing through Tanaris very slowly. And my plan was, over when I had a couple weeks of off and working from home, that I was going to get ahead on that, but I did not. I ended up getting ahead on a lot of projects around the house, a lot of home repair and building and just different things that I had been putting off for a while also. So I got the honey-do list pretty much completely pushed down, and that was nice. And then I'll reassess at the end of this time. But so our episode count shouldn't drop too much. The Patreon episodes might come out a little bit less frequently, but that's not going to be disappointing anyone right now. But if you want to check those out, I have been working through those. I did not put one out this week, but I might put one out next week. We're going to see. So my goal is going to be, if I can get home at a reasonable rate and have nothing to really, no extra tasks that I have to do when I get home from my work day, and if I can see that I have a 2-hour window, or at least an hour and a half window before the bedtime, and everything's all good, and then I'm gonna make one if I can fit it in like early evening. But if I miss that window, I'm just gonna make, ooh, excuse me, a shorty. All right, so I'm not getting any quests or anything. I just wanted to come here and get this flight path.
Hey, where would you like to fly to?
We need to fly over to Airy Peak in the Hinterlands. So I'm just going to take a quick flight. The good thing is now this will be a quick flight. Now we're going to scour the Hinterlands. So if we look at classic WoW Mithril farm. WoW Professions is pretty good. They have a good route. If you look at this, there's a good route if you hang along the edges of the zone. So we're going to come in right here. And we need, for this particular quest, I don't even, oh, we need to be going out to the, oh no, I forgot we need to go to, I suck. I forgot I'm taking us to the third part of Cortello's Riddle, but we haven't done the first yet. Yikes. I screwed that up, guys. Well, that's alright. We're just going to take this as a mithril farm. This is going to be exclusively for mithril farming. We need to get it done. Not a lot. We're going to just do one farm run. We'll run one run along the zone, along the edges of the zone. We'll hang up on the mountainsides here. And that's it. We're just going to work with that. And hopefully, remember, we need 23 mithril. So we're going to find whatever the Lord decides to bless us here with whatever mithril we can find. Yeah, so I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm just explaining to you guys and trying to keep transparency and candidness that I love the show. It's literally my most favorite hobby. We're 4 years in, and I still do it pretty much every day. But I also, I really want to try to be mindful about not burning myself out. I got really burnt out at different points last year and earlier this year, and this is just a very time-consuming thing for me. And plus, there's just so much other gaming I would like to do, and I don't do anything else. This show is pretty much all the gaming I do. That's it. So it'd be cool to play a few other ones. All right, so it does say if we head up here, there is some potential mithril up here, and we can handle it. We're new. These guys are friends since we're alliance. But yeah, we're just gonna go up to the edge here. It says run that all the way up to the water. I don't see any. I am a little bit worried that that's going to get knocked off. I'm a little worried that other people farm this run a lot. So, yeah, there's just right there. Okay, so there's no nodes. I can go back down to the path because there is, I guess there's no nodes right here. That shows all the nodes. So we need to head down to the road and then back over. There's a bunch at that hill. I mean, we're going to go bust into the caves if we have to. All right, so I guess right along this curvature. Oh, I was at the wrong lake. Dang it! I thought I was at this. Get off me, you stinking wolf! My mining hunting is on. I just don't see any. I bet you there are people that farm the heck out of this, you know. Yeah, it kind of says just stay up here until you start to get near the curves. These guys are level 40. Ouch. I mean, I'm 49. I don't really want to waste my time fighting or anything like that. You know, level 60s would have a greater time doing this. We just need 23 pieces of mithril. Let's make that happen. All right, so right up here along this edge, there's supposedly something. Don't knock me off. And maybe this one's easier because there's more mobs here. This might be like a suicidal run right here. It's a horde supply crate. Yeah, so if you look right here, there we go. We got our first piece of mithril, but look how far off the path we had to go. Okay, so we have to go into this waterfall here. Okay, we need 23. Boom, we're down to needing 22 now. And now we're down to needing 21. Okay, so the good thing is now we're at 20. At least now we are a single 20 stack away. And beautiful, we're at 19. Okay, so there is no, we can go, it suggests that we run down. We need 19 more mithril. And we're going to need a crud ton more. It's just that, this is, I would like to open up the next kind of few quests when we have to go to Tanaris. I can't believe I missed the Swampasaurus thing. My bad, guys. My bad, indeed. So I guess sometimes there can be a mithril ore inside here or on top. I don't know exactly how that goes. I don't see one. I guess the oozes like mithril. Okay. Don't see any. Alright, so now we're going to go back up. It says there's a circle around there, like that's a good starting point. So it wants us to... I'm kind of going the wrong way. Next time I guess I'm going to go... So this area is the starting point, supposedly. Oh, just past it. Over here, I don't even have... I guess this little thing. There we go. There's some mithril already. That's Skulk Rock. Okay. I think a second one's coming to me. Guess I'm gonna have to fight too. Wasn't my initial plan, but good, that one ran off. Excellent. Okay, I don't care about that. Alright, so we're at 19. 18. 17. 16. Oh, good. We got lucky. 2 4s in a row. So we need 15 total ore now. Come on. And Skulk Rock is the most important one. So now we're going to do a loop around this little area. I've never even been up there before. So we're going to go up across the water. And maybe there's a bridge, maybe not. And cross this little river, and supposedly there's some good mithril. That good... Oh, there is a little bridge right there. Should we go on the bridge? Why not? Well, now I fell off the water, the horse, so now I don't care. Now we are... This is called Saradine. So this is where I think one of the legendary dragons of Twilight or whatever they're called can be. But we're going to follow this little area and look for mithril. We need 15 more mithril, but we're going to take as many as... Oh, holy cow. Okay, there's level 60 elites out here. Are we going to die? Maybe. Oh my gosh, I just got essentially one-shotted. Bro. Okay, so this might not be the best spot for us to hunt if it's going to be like that. I didn't realize it was 60 elites. I guess I should have known since it's where the Dragons of Twilight are at. I should have realized. I will try once more. That's a far run, too. Yikes. And supposedly there's a bunch up there, too. So I just got to be careful, I guess. And not... Just try to keep... It's called Verdantine Bow Guard. Just going to stay as far as I can. Yeah, what happened? I was hit by a Verdantine Oracle's Acid Spit. First hit did 1,400 damage. The second hit did 1,000. That was enough to overkill me by almost 500. Okay. So, I gotta make sure we turn that back on. Can't do it while I'm dead. Maybe I should have took that road and just stayed close to it. Yikes. So, at least we've also discovered Saradine, right? That gave me 280 XP. We're also catching up pretty dang close to where we're at. I think I'm 53. I'm level 53 on my alliance, which... That's because I ran Sunken Temple one time extra that we have not done. I will not be doing that with these characters on this show. We're going to save that quest for when we actually get to Sunken Temple, which Sunken Temple is actually one of the later dungeons that you run. We'll be running Zul'Farrak before we do Sunken Temple. I think we might actually run something else also before it. Maybe Maraudon or something like that. Okay, so I need to find Mithril and I need to try to not die. Those are my goals. So I need to try to res in a spot where I'm not too close to these guys. They're going to probably aggro from 8,000 miles away. It doesn't seem like there's anything right near me. So just got to be smart. Keep my distance. So there's a couple right there. Don't need to be that close to those two. Sort of kind of split them here. Okay, as long as there's none lurking. Alright. It's kind of neat. I've never been over here. Alright, so I'm like right up in the center, which means there could still be some off to that side. Yeah, they travel in little duos there. The good thing... One good thing is that they sort of seem to have a pretty big model. And that usually means they have a deceptively small aggro radius. Look, there's a Mithril. Excellent. That's what I'm here for, babies. So now it was worth it. Okay, so we're down to needing 14. 13. 12. And we got another 4-1. That's good. So we need 11 more. We are... Where are we on the map? We're up at the... So we're right there. So we could check. There could be a couple on that line over there. We need 11. Yep, we need 11 more. Okay, so I'm going to go over there. Got to stay as far away as I can. Hug that edge. Okay. See if we can find any more Mithril. There's another pack right there. Just stay far away from them. I don't want anything to do with those guys. But according to the map, there's a couple right around here. Spawn spots. I don't think we got lucky on this. I don't think there's any. Okay, so we missed those. All right. So now we need to go back over to this corner where it looks like there are a few nodes. So can we make it to that corner without dying? That's the mithril dollar question. That made me despawn. That made me dismount my horse. Oh man. So that must be a way to go inside that thing because it keeps making me dismount, which means it's treating it like an interior location. Okay, those guys are scaling me. No, no. Right? Okay, cool. So I don't know what's up here. Maybe this is where the dragon ultimately comes. Oop, I see a mithril. You have to come at it from this side. Actually, I don't even know for sure that it's a mithril, but I assume it probably is. Yep, mithril. Come on. Let me up there. Okay, but we're going to come from the other side. Dang it, I see some bad guys. I see some baddies. They might be. Okay, so now I'm down to needing 10. That... Oh, my mining is up to 250 too. That's awesome. And it looks like we just got... We're getting with the good... another good thing. We are hitting 4s. Every single one's been a 4 so far, knock on wood. That means we're down to needing 7 mithril. Looky there. Okay, I gotta wait for them to pat fully over to that side. Patience. Patience, Gleekon. So that I can check out. That looks like... What is that? A dragon skull? This is maybe probably where you fight the dragon. I'm up at the tip top here. So, yeah, this is probably the end of the road. Okay. All right, so pretty productive. That we're down to needing 7 mithril. All right, so as I come down, I'm going to check this side too. That's a darker one. That's like a... Those are a couple thorium. Now, I do have to try to actually... Where are they patting? I don't want them to get me. Oh, they aggroed. And they're going to shoot. No! I just don't... I'm listening to see if I hear another shot so I can pop either a lay on hands or a divine shield. But I didn't hear one. Okay. Heal myself now. Alright. Okay. Pretty good. 7 more, guys. 7. Oopsie. See a dude. Oh, a whole big dragon? Not cool. Oh, no. What is that dragon called? Rothos? Oh my gosh, there's tons on this side. I wanted to get closer to see if there's any along that mountain wall, but so many mobs. Alright, now that I came around the back, maybe I can check it out and see. I don't think there's going to be any deep in the hills like that, but... Alright, I'm giving up on that. There's... that was too much heavy mobs, and there's still a pretty decent amount of... Oh, yes! Another mithril. I mean, and we'll take whatever we can get. Since we came out here, you know we're going to need more, so I'm going to try and complete the loop, because we have to fly back anyway. We have to fly to the Swamp of Sorrow since I completely screwed the pooch. Okay, we got 2 more, so we're down to needing 5. 5 more mithril. That means we need at least 2 nodes of mithril. Alright, so coming down from here, I want to go hit the middle. So the loop says come down and kind of hit the middle, then bounce back up and go down the waterfall area. Okay, I can do that. It's just swimming in plate mail. Don't mind me. I wouldn't say it's full plate yet, because I only have like half my items are made of plate. What's made of plate here? My chest, my gloves, that's it. Just my chest and my gloves? Oh man, not even half plate. Alright, so I think it was indicating that this little hill can sometimes have mithril. I hear a little wolf coming after me. Little butt licker wolf. Okay, we're gonna head over here and see if we can get the map to populate. If I get closer to this little camp. Yeah, Shalwatha, there we go. Okay, so there's the 3 things. Yeah, what's that? So now we're gonna walk over to like where the waterfall is, kinda. Oh. There we go. Okay. Jackpot. So that's... Now we need 4. Now we need 3. Alright, so this is good. So no matter what, if we can find one more node, we just need 2. If we find one more node, we're good. Now, it suggests not to bother dropping down there, and I guess I get that, because there's not that many, and especially since we're not Horde, half of them are going to be, like, contested. Alright, we have a true silver. I love that. Ah, dang it. Alright, so I have to fight this wolf for my goods here. He's a level 48. It's fine with me. I'll chop his head off. Get ready to have your head chopped off, you dummy. And we got 450 for discovering Shalwatha. Got some tender wolf meat, although that's a good one for recipe purposes, but we don't need. Alright, so we are now down to 1 mithril. Boom. Okay, now all the mithril we get is surplus from this point forward. It's all just going to help fund whatever the guy in Tanaris gives us. And that same goes for the true silver. That's just going to help us with whatever recipes we find that might require true silver, whether that's for our own personal goods or for just leveling up our blacksmithing or whatever. I mean, and that's part of it too. We're going to need some mithril just to level up our blacksmithing. Okay, just 2 true silver, but oh well. Alright, so we're going to follow this down right into about the border right here where you would start walking down. We're going to follow the mountains until we get down there. And then we're going to start cutting back over. We're not going into Jintha Allure. Not today. Not at this rate. But this will be the next zone we do. So it's good to spend some time. Now this, I would imagine, is going to have less... We're going to get less likelihood of getting some ore right here because this is a major kind of intersection of coming to and from the Horde spots. Oops, there's an invisible wolf. So I don't expect to see really any, and I don't. Now we're going to cut across and just continue hugging the mountains, even down here into the Altar of Azul. So we're going to just stay with the mountain line and start working our way back to... those are elite trolls too. Start working our way back over to the flight path so that we can fly back down to Swamp of Sorrows, because I'm a ding-a-ling and I screwed that up. But, you know, this is going to give us a second opportunity to let these respawn. These are the elite trolls that you would fight if you were... When we come to the Altar of Zul to get ready to do for Zul'Farrak, to do some of the Hinterlands quests. Alright, so we're wrapping around the mountains now. we hit our goal for our Kickstarter campaign of kickstarting our own blacksmithing business, and we kickstarted ourselves. Saved ourselves about 30 gold by doing this run. If you want to think about it from a dollars and cents, by funding our own adventure here, we've saved ourselves really more, because now we're coming up on another mithril. Dang it. So that person's getting the mithril, and that means if they're running the same loop that I was running, that we're going to be screwed, unless we get some time for them to be... Okay, we discovered the Altar of Azul, and they were level 60, so they're sitting there, that person's farming mithril. Unless they just happened to see it and they got it for fun, most likely we are now screwed for the rest of our run, unless they start respawning as we run by. So it says, hey, go in the back and see what's available back here. I don't see, I mean, why? Like, okay, I guess things can spawn in the back, but we can't be on our horse. But yeah, I think we're screwed. Bummer. I'm bummed that we found somebody else doing what we're doing. Alright, so we're going to just keep hugging the mountains. Keep hugging the mountains. Those guys are not elite. These are just regular trolls. So this is good to know. If we come to this zone and hug the mountains, it's not unrealistic to find 20 to 30 mithril in our run. This one's going to be tricky because we got to kind of go into... Oh, that's where we did that one quest. If you remember, that was a challenge in itself. I can't remember what quest we had to go there for, but that was annoying. We're a little stronger now, but okay. It says kind of you can just make a sort of a loop through here. I'm not worried about picking up that quest yet. I think that's a Sunken Temple quest, but basically it's like loop around the lake. You'll be able to see on your mini map if there is any mithril, and I'm not expecting there to be, since that wizard was most likely farming mithril. Okay. I thought we might have did it on camera. Sometimes I find an elite out here. Alright, so now we're going to just head bop up, bop around, and then go back to the Quel'Danan Lodge. So by bopping up, we're going to go all the way up to the road, to that little camp. We're going to go curve up there, and then curve back down to that cave. So we're going over to this camp, then back down to this cave, and then going to kind of curve. So I don't see anything right here, so never mind on that. Because like I said, that dude's probably just cleared everything out. So we did not get anything to really work on our blacksmithing. But we'll have that goal, and we're going to be heading back here. So, bloody hoof. We'll be heading back here. Bogan's Ledge. Oh yeah, that's iron. Dang it! All right, so an iron deposit happened. Lame. All right, so now we're just heading back to Airy Peak. And we will now do the flight. We'll get on the flight path and go to Swamp of Sorrows. I want to hit up... we only have 14 minutes left, so that's pretty good. It gives me an indication of what we're going to need to do on this show. I might have, because of this whole farming aspect, I might have stretched this final episode into 2 episodes, and that's okay. What that means is... we're going to be this will be our week this week. And then next week we'll start the Horde version of this, and that gives me more time to finish Tanaris on my other account, which is just buys us more of a buffer room. Because right now I'm not super stressed, but when we start doing Hinterlands, that means I'll have no content ahead until I finish Tanaris. And I'm pretty far. When we get on our next flight, which is going to be right now, I'll start by taking a peek about where I'm at. Going through the motions there. The problem is that a lot of the Tanaris quests are neutral, so I have to do everything twice, so that does slow it down somewhat. Alright, so now we're going to fly to Netherguard Keep.
Where would you like to fly to?
Way down there. That's far. Yeah, there's just not really a lot we can do. It's a far flight. We need to get down there because we have to do Cortello's Riddle Part 1. But I am quite happy with us. We got 14. No, 24. We got 24 Mithril. Okay, so first let's go back and look and see where we were at with this. So, return to Corporal Caleb. I don't even remember what that was about. I think that was the other half of a breadcrumb. Panther Mastery, we continued. Curzon's Mystery and Special Forces as you continue to get deeper and deeper as your quests take you into the elite portion of fighting the Curzon. Excelsior is what we're on now. So we are wrapping up Excelsior, which is the final elite of that hunting thing. We probably could have finished it earlier. Pretty Boy Duncan is not going to come back until we finish doing... Actually, I don't know. Did we do Pretty Boy Duncan? Let's look up Pretty Boy Duncan. Because maybe I just forgot to check that one off. Oh no, we need this one. This is part of that chain. So, Pretty Boy Duncan, where did I put that? Yeah, why is Pretty Boy Duncan up there? So Pretty Boy Duncan, this is actually an Alliance-only quest that comes... Oh, but it comes... Oh, maybe my spreadsheet's wrong. I mean, it's not, because that's the order I did it. Oh, it's up there. We have not done it yet. That's why. So it's the next part of this chain. That's all. It's okay. And then we've done chapters 1, 2, and 4. So we have to finish 3 in the Green Hills. The Meal Served Cold is the one that you get from Stormwind. It's just a random one, the one with the basilisk meat. We also then completed Panther Mastery and Colonel Curzon. The Curse of the Tide is the finale of that chain. Raptor Mastery is technically harder. Those are Alliance. Venture Company Mining. What's the other one no, that's not it. So that was, I think, the most recent one where we had to fight all those goblins still. Scaring Shaky is part of that scaring line and Return to McKinley. So that's another line he has, a quest line where you're supposed to be scaring and getting the debt owed by a lot of these people. And then towards the end, as you hit the south of the map of Stranglethorn, all the stuff from here down really starts to be about the pirates. So you start the Blood Sail Buccaneers line, which has Up to Snuff just buried in it. We've done all that. Keep an eye out, is this also contained within it. Skull Splitter Tusks is a random side thing. Go kill the next tier of troll. Cortello's Riddle is technically tied to the pirates. We're on it now. Curious by the bundle. That one's not. It's in that area, but it's killing the Naga to get the Akiris and then bringing it back to Stormwind. Oh, did I forget to do that? No, we did turn in Akiris by the bundle. That one was in Menethil Harbor. We had to go bring that up to Menethil Harbor. And we did do that. So, I don't know when. When we did that. Maybe it had to have been after there. When did we do Freeze by the Bundle Part 2. Because I don't still have it. Yikes, I don't remember. Okay, so I'm just going to check it off right there because we could have hearthed and turned it in and then started to fly back and work our way down. I truly don't remember. I do think we sort of started an episode with doing that. So it is kind of possible that that is what we did. So let's check that one off too. Then finishing off Raptor Mastery, which then allows you to finish off the final tiger fight. We did that a couple episodes back. Voodoo Dues is another of the Give Me My Debt quests. And now we are on Cracking Maury's Foot right now. So this kind of brings us up to where we're at. Cracking Maury's Foot is this part. These are the two elites we have. This one should be tagged as an elite. You do have to kill that one. That one's easy though. This one's not hard. You have to kill these elite ogres that are anywhere from like level 41 to 44. Not that hard to do, but you need to. The problem is that it is an extremely low drop rate. You're looking for a key that drops off of any of the ogres, and that's one of those that will dictate how many episodes we have. We could spend a couple hours on it, or we could get it on the third drop. So that one of the main reasons I have my two characters. I have one of them is level 55, and the other just hit level 53. And the one that's 55 is almost 56. I have another one that just hit 53. And that's the Alliance is 53, and the Horde is the one that's almost 56. The main reason there's such a discrepancy is because the RNG for the Horde character has been horrendous. When I was in Hinterlands, for example, there's a quest we have to get. It's a drop quest for getting an egg. It took probably two or 3 days of grinding to get that quest. I killed at least 2,000 mobs. I cleared the whole zone. I ran Altar of Zool. I ran Gentha Allure twice before I finally got it. Whereas my Lion's character, I don't even know when I got it. Just randomly killing some mob. By the time I even thought to look for it, it was already in my bag. So that's an example. Another one is doing in Tanaris, for instance, when we go there, we'll have to start grinding some quests here. There's some map pieces we need and some drop quest that comes. They all come from these lockboxes. My Alliance guy, it was hard for both of them, but my Alliance guy got it faster. So it's just when there is a chance to have bad RNG, my Horde characters had bad RNG. Yeah, see, there's some game right there. I thought that was weird, but I didn't realize it was Darkmoon Fair. Yeah, so this is my bad, and I can't remember. I think the second step is going to be even somewhere weirder and further away. It's for Netherguard also. We'll have to get there. I don't remember. There is some weird quest somewhere in a zone that we finished that I'm like, oh, I'm going to have to remember to go back and do that. It's not Swamp of Sorrows, no. Maybe it's in the Kalimdor. That's Desolus. Ashen Vale? No. Oh, it's, you know what? I think it's the Barrens. Yeah, there it is. It's in Ratchet. There's a quest called Volcanic Activity for Ungoro Crater. That's what it is. I was like, whoa, there's a level 55 quest that comes out of Ratchet? Yes, there is. So I'll have to remember when I go to do Ungoro Crater. And Ungoro Crater is actually coming up kind of soon. Never mind. No, it's not. We have Searing Gorge, Feralus, and I'm ready to get. We're well past those. Like skill wise, we're ready to bust those zones out. That will open up Maraudon for us. and then we'll start the penultimate run of zones. This the 7th zone, which is Fellwood, Ajara, Ungoro Crater, and Blasted Lands. And after that, we'll run Sunken Temple. Sunken Temple is like that gateway. Once we finish it, we're going to be in Endgame. Endgame is going to be Western Plaguelands, Burning Steppes, Eastern Plaguelands, Silithus, and Winter Spring, not necessarily in that order. And throughout those, we will be doing the endgame dungeons, which is Blackrock Depths, Lower Blackrock Spire, Scallamance, Dire Maul, Upper Blackrock Spire, and Strathholm, both, live and dead versions. Whoa, what is the deal here? Look at all this junk. Maybe people are getting ready to go raid something? That must be what it is. That must be a raid getting ready to happen. What would you raid that's close to Netherguard Keep? Maybe a boss down there? I don't know. Alright, so we're going up because that's too big of a group for Sunken Temple. So there must be some sort of raid type situation. We're heading over here for Cortello's Riddle. So Cortello's Riddle, we found it's found on a scroll in any one of the ships. So we did it when we were doing the final quest in the Bloodsail Buccaneers line. And the riddle said there's an ornate, well-traveled bridge east of Deadwind and south of Redridge. So now if you bust out your map, you're like, okay, there's Deadwind Pass, there's Redridge. Well, that's automatically pointing you to Swamp of Sorrows. So you're like, okay, so this is a bridge in the Swamp of Sorrows. Underneath the bridge, there waits something for you. Some call it a hint, others call it a clue. So it's letting us know this is not going to be the final destination. There it will lie for countless tomorrows, biding its time in the Swamp of Sorrows. So then at the very end, they just spill the bag. Now, if it was me and I was looking for a bridge, I'd look at the map for bridges. Well, there's a bridge over water right there. There's one right there. So you really only have two obvious options to start with. And that's where I would start if I was a character. And because I probably wouldn't remember, if I didn't have Questy helping me, I probably would not remember that off the top of my head. The good thing is we also have 1 minute until our hearth is about to be available, so we can use the hearthstone to help us on the next portion of our journey here. Instead of taking such a long path. Alright, so this is our ornate bridge. If you look around here, there is something. I'm going to get off my horse. So we're looking under the bridge. It is here. I just got to remember where it is. Ah, there it is. That right there. It's a scroll. The soggy parchment contains the next clue. Dang it. My chair is being annoying. All right. So we just got Cortello's Riddle 1 done. And we got a decent amount of XP for that. Okay. Cortello's Riddle 2. A far-off land in Kalimdor waits, where peril has dashed hopes and fates. East of Barrens, the weather is harsh, gloom and danger pock Dustwallow Marsh. But there lies a clue for those up to the test, waiting to be found in a cave in the southwest. Solve the riddle. And we shall. Okay, but what we're going to do first is we're going to hearth back to Stormwind. And we're going to do a little bit of... we're going to get our smelting done, so we have that all ready to go. And I'm not... We do need to go to Kalimdor, but it's not going to happen right now because Booty Bay is the best way to do this. To hit Booty Bay up, go over to Ratchet. Well, now we have to go to Dustwallow Marsh also. So there's that potential path too. So there is that, because we need to hit Dustwallow Marsh up to get the second part of this journey. But we're not going to do it quite yet. We're fine. All right, but first we do need to go smelt so that we're ready to turn in that. Because before we go to Tanaris, I want to have this blacksmithing all turned in. So I don't want to go to Kalimdor yet. I want to finish off that last Art of the Armorsmith quest, and then because I'm sure we're going to get like 3 more. Because we don't even have the Art of the Armorsmith. We need the helm, the boots, and the breastplate. We don't even have the recipes for those yet. We have a recipe for the shoulder and the rapier. That's different. The rapier I actually sent. We have a shoulder and... Whoops. I'm trying to do too much at once. I see mithril scale pants. Yeah, we have the ornate mithril pants. I don't think I can smelt anything better than this. I can't. I think you have to be 260 to smelt thorium. Just adding this to the stack. But yeah, so we have the pants. I have a recipe for the shoulder, and we're going to get 1 more, but I don't even think we're getting that final recipe yet. I think the next 3 quests will give us the helm, the boots, and the breastplate. So then we're going to have to work on building all of those. So we're going to need so much mithril to do this quest line. And that's not even considering how much is it going to take us to level up. All right, so from here, what we're going to do is we're going to fly back to Westfall, and we're going to go do those other top 2 quests we have. We're going to get the Excelsior done, and we're going to get the Cracking Maury's Foot. We'll knock those 2 out. And that might be all that we really get done today. We are going to definitely do another run up in the hinterlands. And when we get back to Booty Bay, we'll talk to that girl. We'll do the Pretty Boy Duncan. We'll do that little part and get ourselves ready to need to do the mithril. Or the, whatever, the Haunted Isle, whatever that is. Alright, so now we're going to fly to Westfall. A little quick flight. And yeah, we're good to go. Got some nice stacks of stuff. We also need those Stranglethorn pages. So I'm hoping as we kill these ogres, and I think you can get the pages from the animals, but it's just a lower drop rate. I mean, we can check. I don't want to do the auction house for the final pages yet, because we do still have a chance at getting them on our own. We do still have a chance for page 21 and 24 organically, and I'd like to do that. I don't think I've ever gotten all the pages on my own. You can also... I mean, we could certainly farm them. We might have to do that. But yeah, we basically just spent an hour doing a couple little quests and farming mithril, which is part of what we need to do. All right, so we're gonna go to the Sentinel Hill, and we're gonna do our river method where we come down here, and then we're heading over for the Crocodile skin, and then we're gonna head back over to the Great Silver Deceiver, turn in that quest, and then we're gonna grind for Maury's Key, and that could take us the whole rest of the episode. What time is it? What are we on our record time right now? Yeah, so we're just over an hour. So I'd give about 45 minutes. So I'll give us about 45 minutes of grind time. We might get lucky and, like I said, get a couple drops, or we might just totally get jobbed on it and there's nothing we can do. I want to see what time playoff. Today's the beginning of the NFL playoffs. So I want to see what time that starts. I'd like to put that on. I just see a meme coming through on Classic Reddit. I don't need Paladin. I don't need to delete all my Horde tunes to play a Paladin. It's like an increasingly close-up of SpongeBob. I just have to wait until TBC. I need Paladin. I don't understand really, or it's just not funny to me. I understand, especially in Burning Crusade, that paladins become OP. And I actually talked to, I actually just met this guy recently, and I just discovered that he's a big Warcraft player, and he was saying he pretty much has mained paladin ever since Burning Crusade. And now he's playing Hunter, and realizing, like myself, because I'm doing that side Hunter project, what a pain in the frickin' butt it is to be a Hunter. It's so much more annoying than any other class. And then I read this thing on, I read this little Q&A where they were talking to the devs and asking them what was the hardest part of rebooting Classic and getting it ready to go. They're like, the Hunter class. It's just so complex compared to every other class, and it truly is a pain in the butt. All right, but what? Wait, NFL playoff time. So today, they start later today. Cool. So it's 4:30, 8 o'clock. That's the first playoff game is always the booty one. It is Texans today. Texans, it's somebody I don't even know who. Probably Chargers. I think Chargers. And then later on today will be, maybe it's a Steelers game. I think the Steelers play the Ravens. Then tomorrow, Broncos play the Bills. That's probably going to be a laugher. And I also I hate Sean Payton, so I hope the Broncos get embarrassed. Not just lose, I hope they get embarrassed. No offense to Broncos fans in general, you're just stuck under one of the most slimy characters in professional football. Then they'll probably start I guess that's probably NFC will then kick into gear. There's probably 3 tomorrow, then that means, because they'll do the NFC. So the NFC would be, I don't know what order it's going to be. Bucks play the Commanders. That'll be fun. That'll be a good one, actually. That one promises of the matchups we just listed. I think the Texans are going to fall on their face, and while that game might actually be slightly compelling, I don't have a lot of faith in the Texans. They just haven't played very well. And then the second game, where it's Steelers-Ravens. Steelers have not been playing very well and are boring to watch usually anyway, so I don't have a lot of faith in their ability to beat the Ravens. And while the Broncos have been playing okay at times, the Bills are a superior team, so I expect that game to be, like I said, a laugher. But then you flip right over in the Bucks and Commanders. That's a compelling game. And then you have I'm looking for the elite Crocalist, if you're wondering what I'm doing out here. There it is. Okay, so these guys, the good thing is, once you find one, that's it. The drop rate is set in stone. You just got to kill it one time. It is a level 38 elite. Not too shabby. The quest itself says, oh, you might need to kill a bunch to draw it out. That is not true. There's no mechanic like, for instance, like the centaurs in the Barons. It's not like that. The quest is... Okay, we got it. The quest is... it's just that those guys spawn. Those gators will spawn in one of the spawn spots of the Crocalisks. So if there are no elites out, in order to free up a space for that thing to spawn in, you may have to kill. There's another elite one right there, though. So that's the other part. They can spawn all over the place, so it's not like there's one of them. You just have to get one, and if there's not one out, you might have to kill to force one to spawn. That's all. It's not like a super grindy thing. I've only had to do that once. Almost every time there's some out there. And if you're a horde, it's even easier because a couple of the spawn spots are like right in front of Gromgal base camp, so you just have to go out in front of the camp. It's right there. To wrap up my football aside, what else? Then there's the Packers and the Eagles, the battle of probably two of my top two most hated teams in football. It's one of the classic I wish there was a way both teams could lose situations. But I do not have a lot of faith in the Packers in that one, so it's not as compelling to me. I'm pretty sure the Eagles will roll. And although it would be cool, I would actually be happy either way. It'd be fine either way. To wave goodbye to the Packers unceremoniously in the first round would bring a certain satisfaction to me, but also to see the Eagles get bounced and to free up that higher seeded spot for home field advantage would be nice to keep the 7 seed in it, because the Vikings, my home team, my pet team, they are the 5th seed, so we only will get we would need the Commanders and the Packers to roll to even get a chance at a single home game later down the line. All right, so we need this Maury's key, but before that, I want to go over and turn in this last thing, get these bars of mithril out of my inventory, and finish up the first half of the Art of the Armorsmith quest line, where we're trying to get ourselves to where we can start really learning the coolest gear in the game from a defensive perspective if you're a plate wearer. There's Bagthera, the Elite Panther, always easily found when you don't need him. Yeah, and then Monday night, I will not be making a video because I will be working a super long day and coming home, and it will be immediately time for the Vikings to have their playoff game, and we will see what we will see. After such mining, your muscles bulge and your body aches. It does.
She's a cruel mistress, is she not, adventurer? I'm speaking of true silver, naturally. Galvin spent over a decade in the mountains of Alterac learning this lesson. Take this and learn from it all that you can.
Okay, so wait. So, a couple things. Let's go to the profession quests. We just got what was that one called? The Great Silver Deceiver, I believe. Okay, so we just completed the Great Silver Deceiver, and now he's going to give us a quest.
When you first came to me, I knew that you would turn out to be one of my finest pupils. It was without hesitancy that you gave up a trinket of some power to McGavin. You did this only so that you could meet me. Such blind faith and devotion to the craft should be rewarded. You have attained expertise over blacksmithing, adventurer. Reap the rewards.
Stand by, Gleekantessa, to craft a reward of such exquisite quality takes time. So we do get a little something for completing those 3, and it's called Expert Blacksmith. I did not even know that was a thing. So cool. By completing those 3, we get Expert Blacksmith. And I think we're probably gonna, he goes off to build it, and now he's over here doing something, putting it in water. Now he's ready to give it to me? Nope, he's gonna play in the forge. Oh, I guess let's learn this recipe, the ornate mithril gloves. Some potions up there, put some rocks. I am almost done, Gleekantessa. Just give me just a few more adjustments. Yeah. So that's cool. You are the big winner is complete.
It's only fitting that you receive a trinket of far greater power than the one you sacrificed. good health, adventurer.
Okay, so we're getting the Signet of Expertise. It says it summons a Hammer of Expertise, and it has a 3-hour cooldown. It gives no stat bonuses. No idea what that means. I might replace it over the nifty stopwatch if it's cool. I'm going to have to read about what it does. All right, let's also open up our sheet here. Okay. Now we're going to head right down, but what does this do? Expert Blacksmith, exclamation mark. It's a one-handed epic. Oh. Oh. Okay, so this is an actual thing. So I put this on, and then I use it, and this is actually gonna, it's summoned, a Hammer of Expertise is an actual item. Dude, that's cool. So that, if it's comparable in DPS to this, I could be switching over from two-handed to one-handed, and I could, summoning a smithing hammer. And if nothing else, I could do this in place of the blacksmithing hammer. Maybe. Dude, that's cool. So it's a 36.9, so it is not better than what I have. It only lasts 1 hour? Oh. I see. So it is a solid weapon, but once every 3 hours you can summon it for 1 hour. I see. So it's not real. It's just a niche thing, kind of cool. Good damage as a one-handed weapon, but yeah. It says plus 12 strength. I don't see the plus 12 strength. That's the part I'm not seeing. It does not say plus 12 strength. That's the part that's weird. Is yeah, it creates Hammer of Expertise. See, there's no plus 12 strength on that. Oh, so it says for FYI, the 60-minute duration only counts while you're logged in. The cooldown for the trinket is logged or not. So you could summon one, log off, and then you could essentially get 2 hours out of it because you could log a second one. It would be ready to go. Yeah, it says for the level, there's nothing better. It's just that it's not as good as my two-handed weapon. I get it now. All right, so that's neat. That's a neat little thing. It's just not useful for me. I don't have a shield. Maybe if I had a shield with some stats going on with it, that could balance this out. That would be, so it's worth keeping in my bag because I could switch over to, it's certainly the best one-handed weapon I could get. It's when you throw it in with the shield. All right, so now we're going to go start fighting these guys, these ogres here. We need to fight ogres, and we need the stupid cracking Maury's foot. So we're going to start killing Mashog elites. I'll give it... We've passed 15 minutes since I said 45, so we'll do 30. We'll do 30 minutes of straight grinding or less if the game wants to be nice to us. I don't think these guys run. Uh-oh. I do not want to fight 2v1 though. Just gotta back it up just a little bit for the one that's padding. Yeah, that one's padding far. This is that weave. What the heck? That guy is just following the whole path. Alright, did not get it on kill 1. We did get 580 XP though. Alright, I don't know. Let's go for hit. Let's go for the second one. I'm going to be a little bit more conservative on my mana expenditures this time. Because that's going to be 75. Yeah, I'm going to save it for heals only. We're going to see how that goes. I do have one crappy mana potion I can use to get out of my inventory. Guess I'm going to use it. Should have been more conservative. It was a nice hit. Okay. I guess I resisted his war stomp that time. I'm gonna have to eat something to get my spirit up after this. I need to get my spirit up. Alright. Eat and drink. Alright, so... Oh, you know what? We'll eat one of these Graku... Oh, I should have eaten something that gave me a buff, a well-fed buff. Well, we'll need to do it again anyway. Okay, so 2 kills. No... no, nothing special. And we could look up the drop rate if we want. I just don't want to pull more than one of these guys. I want to see if I can pull... Like, if I pull this guy, will he come with his friend? It looks like he is coming with his friend. Ow. Yeah, this is not going to work for me. I'm going to lay on hands if I have to, because... Ooh, which I immediately do. Bummer. I'm having to use everything. Okay. I at least lived. That was not a good idea. So 2v1ing that was not good. I had to use literally everything at my disposal. Can eat that soothing turtle bisque. And oh, I drank one of my jungle vine wines. What an idiot that I am. Ugh. Just a straight ding dong. I thought it was one of those. So now I have to buy one more. Thought it was one of those melon juices. Alright, so we've killed 3. 3 with no benefit. And I'm drunk now. Well, actually, I don't know if there was a benefit from this because I didn't loot them. So, fingers crossed. Nope. 3 kills, no luck. Yeah, this was a pain in the butt when I did this. I do remember. I can't remember which of my two it was harder on, but I did not enjoy myself. I have to try to pull this guy some where I can. Oh, they're coming. Ah! Crud. Dang it. We just aggroed both. Son of a biscuit. We got the key. I'm out of here. Took 4 kills. We got luck. We got page 18, which we don't need. Come on. Put him to sleep. Get a little heal off. Okay. So we got lucky. And I got... We didn't get any page that we needed or anything, but we did get 1 kill. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so now down to Booty Bay. We're going to run our way down there to turn in those quests. That did not take as long as I thought. I do have to remember to buy 1 more wine when we're there. And we can start the process for getting over to Tanaris, because what do we need? We need some buzzards. We're going to have to do a couple little things here where we have... I don't know if anything's going to come out of Cracking Maury's foot. Nothing will come out of Excelsior. That's done. Ansirem's key will open up Pretty Boy Duncan, which will open up another one thing. But we're not going to... We'll save that quest for the end of the line, not for today. I think we'll at least take the boat over to Ratchet, and that might be a good spot for me to log with you guys when it's all done, is when I'm flying down to Tanaris, because when we're in Tanaris now, we have the blacksmithing thing, the Galvan's finest pupil, we need to turn that in, and we also have to do Stoley's shipment, Stoley's debt, we'll have that, and we have to go around the desert until we get 10 buzzard wings. That'll be the next quest. And then when we're done with that, actually, you know what? From Ratchet, we're going to fly down to... We'll look at our time here. We'll see how far we get with time, because from Ratchet, what we really need to do is go from Ratchet down to Dustwallow. And then we need to go from Dustwallow and fly from there down to Tanaris. So none of that's long. We're just going to see how it is, but we need to get that third part. And we're going to need to go back to Hinterlands one more time, and I'd like to know what our next set of quests is. 240 and 225 we need for the shoulder. Blacksmithing, we're 222. That's the Edge of Winter. We could do that if we bought like a bunch of stuff. So, just from what we have here, we need... Well, the 240 I'm not worried about. We do need to get to 225. So, we have the Mithril Axe, which requires a lot of crap, but it's 12 Mithril per. We have the Scale Pants, which is just 12. That's a much easier ask. That's 16 steel. So we could go the steel route if we wanted to. It's just so much steel. But if we did want to, we could go iron, because that could help me. So I guess I should still be getting iron. So that's 14 steel. That's even less. That's only 8. That's only 6. So actually, every 6 we can get some gauntlets. Alright, so we'll just have to see. But I forgot that with 16 steel, every 16... So basically every 16 iron. That just seems like so much work. So much iron. When it'll be easier. I guess we'll just find out what we need on the mithril. Because if whatever his quests are going to be asking, because if it's going to be asking us for another sea of mithril things, it's going to be very hard to be patient and do that. We're going to have to do trips to the hinterlands all the darn time. Alrighty, let's get ourselves out of here. Excelsior, cracking Maury's foot, Ansirem's key. I guess, I mean, we could hit any of them up. We have a shop?
Hey, how you
Yeah,
doing?
well, something. I don't need that. That. Okay. Yeah, the first aid with the heavy silk, I could definitely do that. Heavy mage weave, that's nice, but I'm saving up mage weave now. Because I have the mage weave quests to turn in mage weave cloth. We have that. That's a pretty interesting little trinket. Pretty neat. Signet of expertise. I'm probably going to end up stashing it, though. I don't know. It's... You can't sell that. Otherwise, that'd be cool. You could just use that to... Once every 3 hours, make a little bit of cash. Alright. First, let's go do Excelsior. We are done with the finale of this one.
Time is money, friend.
I read somewhere that the saltwater crocolisks are slowly dying out. Bad news for my business, isn't it? Anyways, I hope you have that elder saltwater crocolisk skin for me.
Great. Thanks to your help, I'll have this order filled and
Those are
sent on to
good.
Director Riddle box on the next boat to Undermine.
Like,
ahead of schedule even.
rogue
For
druid.
all your hard work here. I made some extras, so take a pair. It's on Drizzlick. And remember, there's no boot so fine as one of Drizzlick's Excelsior
Yeah, now that gave us like no XP at this point, but those are really good, like feral or rogue boots. Very good. I'm always keeping an eye out for that kind of thing because those are like my two favorite classes, basically. Nah, that's not true. Not about the feral, but I do like it a lot. All right, let's check off the Excelsior now that we've gotten that one done. Excelsior. There it is. And now we're going to turn in cracking Maury's foot. Ahoy, Giddy Contessa. Have you yet found Maury's key?
You found it. Thanks a million, adventurer. You've been a big help to me. Here you go. You earned this. Have a good one.
Okay, so now we have, if we wanted to keep this as a combo, we have a 20 block, so a +2 to strength and a 9 stamina, which I have no stats currently out of my weapon. So that's basically like 11-ish points, but I'm losing a lot, like 50-something. That's not good enough. So I'm going to sell that shield because it's not good enough of a shield. But cracking Maury's foot is now completed. We'd have to have so much of a better shield to actually make that thing worthwhile. And he's not quite done because there is the other line that we need. And we get like a gold for it. I'd rather have like the gold. All right, let's go find this other lady so we can continue this quest line for the tides. Here he goes, Caitlin the Blade.
My dagger? What are you, some sort of comedian? What? Do you just want me to repeat the story of how I've gone from the best knife fighter in Booty Bay to the laughing stock of piratedom? I lost a knife fight to one of the Bloodsail Buccaneers. Bunch of right bastards they are. And he took my blade as spoils. It's not as though I can get by as a knife fighter with insults and a sharp tongue alone.
All right, so Ansirem's key is now done. And it seems like she has gotten screwed over by the pirates, like everybody else. So Ansirem's key is right there. And probably the next one is going to be Pretty Boy Duncan, as we looked up online already. Now, where can we find Pretty Boy Duncan? I don't know. If he's right here in town, that'll be nice.
My father sent you? I'd have thought that old codger would have given up on me by now. It wasn't really his fault I ran off. He just shouldn't have expected I'd be willing to live a boring life, reading over musty books and associating with gray-haired, stiff-backed, stuffy mages. If you need my dagger, you'll have to get it back from pretty boy Duncan, one of the Bloodsail Buccaneers. Put something between his shoulders and I'm sure he'll give it up.
All right, so that is, he's not in the main difficult camp, but he is not right here in town. But we have time. We got a little bit lucky on the ogres, so we're gonna run up to where Pretty Boy is at and at least get that portion of the quest done. And we have some work ahead of us. We're gonna have to look up purchasing the Green Hills of Stranglethorn because we're really just about done. We have to kill Negalash. He's not dropping the sheets we need, and that's just about it. I think we're kind of done in this zone. We have to, we have got some things. We have to finish Cortello's Riddle. We have to finish Stoli's Debt out in Tanaris. That's about it. And none of those things are here. So actually fighting here in Stranglethorn, we are pretty much done. Oh yeah, he's just right here. Pretty boy Duncan, he's right in this short camp. So unless we get lucky... There he is right there. So go ahead and kill... Ah, dang it. That was messed up on my part. Wasted some mana. Okay. Alright, so that was it. We just killed the mage to get in to get Pretty Boy Duncan. I'm going to get ready to stun him because he's going to probably try to run. He's a jerk, so why wouldn't he? Got him. And we got page 26. We need 21 and 24. Bad luck on that. So. Just didn't work out for us. But I'm not ready to give up yet, and we may or may not grind it. We could look in the auction house when we go to Stormwind, because I'm sure we'll heart there. We might get lucky. And if not, what I do is I broadcast. I've had luck once broadcasting, hey, does anybody have these pages? And I've seen people do the same. And if not, we will get to grinding, and we'll see how long it takes us to grind those pages out on tomorrow's episode. Because really, things are going to go pretty fast. We're going to need to promote to get Negalash also. We're going to spend some time doing a Mithril run just to build up, most likely.
Well met.
I'd never been beat before, Gleekantessa. Sure, I've been cut. Can't get to the knife fight without that, but he just smacked me on the side of the head, blacked me out. When I came to, my blade was gone. As much as my nickname might indicate, I still need a knife to fight, and for me, it has to be that one.
You beat Duncan? I guess you aren't as wet behind the ears as you looked at first glance. I suppose that also means I shouldn't challenge you to a fight anytime soon.
Alright, so boom, that one is done. Bada bing, bada boom.
So you're looking for an altar of some sort? Well, I'm no expert on troll ruins like my father, but I have heard about a sunken troll city out near that island you're looking for. Maybe you should try there. You got my knife back for me, so I guess you can borrow it. But I want it back when you're done.
Alright, so she has this... Yeah, does anyone have a page 24? Say they need page 24 also. Yeah, so that's a bummer. Alright, so we just picked up the Curse of the Tides, and it looks like the Curse of the Tides might be the finale in this. We'll do that one when we're coming back to from Stormwind or wherever, because it's way up there again. You need the Stone of the Tides. I don't know. We'll have to read it. It says it's got us on this island, but then it also has it under in the sunken riddle, sunken thing. Let's go out, and we gotta wait for the boat because now we're gonna start making our way over to Dust Wallow Marsh and then Tanaris. So we're gonna sail to Ratchet, and then I'll log so that the off-camera stuff, I'll do some of the flying off-camera. But yeah, we're looking for an altar. I kind of think it's that glowing one in the Murloc City down there. I don't know what the circular thing is all about, why it's showing a circle right there. That's just weird. I think it is under there. We have to go use the dagger to destroy it, and then I guess we take it back, and that's the end of that chain. What else have we done? Let's just double check that we've done everything. So we did Welcome to the Jungle, Supply and Demand, Panther Mastery, Tiger Mastery, Investigate Camp, Supplies to Thorn. We checked that off. Both the masteries. Okay. Did the Singing Blue Shards. We've got the boot chain done. Those first parts of the troll ears. All those are checked off. Panther Mastery, Excelsior, we just finished. So we have Chapter 3 in the Green Hills of Stranglethorn. So we're still working on those books. That final part of the book, and we're going to read those together. Hopefully, on the next episode, we get that all done. The killing is done. We got the mining, scaring, shaky. Yep, we got all that. All the blood sale parts done. That's all done. We're working on Cortello's Riddle too. That's what we're going to go fly towards right now. We did the Curious by the Bundle. All of that. The Voodoo News was more of that debt chain. We just finished that part. Stoley's debt is the one, and Stoley's shipment. This little part we are going to work on the next episode. Stranglethorn Fever. Pretty sure we finished that one already. Message in a Bottle we did. My Zoth we did. Captain's Chest. The Sash. The Cutlass is what we're on. No, we finished that. That actually takes us to Negalash. So all we need to do is finish the riddle, kill Negalash, do the Stoley's debt portion, and finish the book. While we're doing that, we're also going to be running around the Hinterlands and the Curse of the Tides. We have that too. And we're going to do another run in the Hinterlands because we're also working on our Blacksmith chain. Let's just look up and see, what is Galvin's Finest Pupil? Why not that? Let's look up Galvin's Finest Pupil. Okay, so Galvin's Finest Pupil. Okay. He gives 3 quests. No. Yeah, it's not really telling me. It doesn't really say what we need to get. It just, so I got to look and see on my sheet here. A good head on your shoulders, maybe, or the Mithril Kid. So let's look up the Mithril Kid. All right, so this is, it requires the Mithril Order. We did this. So this unlocks, we did half of those. So the Mithril Order, is that what we're on right now? No, we're on Galvin's Finest Pupil. We don't have this Mithril Pendant. Oh no, we did do that. We did. All right, so he's going to give us 3 more quests. It's going to be the same thing. It really appears it's going to be similar. So the Mithril Kid, for instance, it's going to require us to make 2 heavy mithril breastplates and an ornate mithril glove. So, can I make those? I can make the ornate mithril gloves. Can I make a heavy mithril breastplate? Unless he teaches this. Yeah, I wonder if he's gonna teach this stuff, or if I have to get the recipes from Booty Bay. That might be what happens. I bet you that is what it is. So, for instance, heavy mithril breastplate taught by that guy. Dang it, he teaches heavy mithril breastplate requires a 230. And look at all that you need. So I have to get myself up to a 230 blacksmithing. Which is what I need. I'm going to need that for the shoulders, and I need it for the rapiers. Yep. So you have to have completed those, because I bet you each quest is going to contain that. And, yep, we're going to have all that other stuff. Okay. All right, so we got a lot of blacksmithing in our life ahead of us. We definitely do not need to worry about like finishing all that, but every time we get a chance, we're going to make a run. When we run Hinterlands, we'll do like to start and finish every episode. We'll grind mithril. We're going to need a ton. But yeah, that's it. So thank you everybody so much for watching this show. You rock. And if you made it this far, you're probably as crazy as me. Yeah, another episode in the pipe, 5x5, and I look forward to seeing you guys all next time as we wrap Stranglethorn Vale. See ya. Maybe I would want to be ya. I don't know.